Question number 1. Teresa bought a circular table. The wood top is made of different colors of wood, alternating in equal sized sections. What is the total number of sections on the tabletop? And if you count it, looks like I'll count half of them and multiply it by 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means there's 10 of them. There's 10 pieces. And the next part says, what is the total measure of all the angles formed at the center of the tabletop? And if I was to measure all the angles, it's in a full circle, so I know that's 360 degrees. That's 360 degrees. So, what is the measure of the angle formed at the center of the tabletop by one section of dark wood? Complete the equation to show your answer. And I know that 10 times 36 is 360. So one section of it would be 36 degrees. Or I could do the problem. I could do this. The problem, what I'd probably do is 360 divided by 10 equals 36. It'd be 36 degrees. Then slide it down. We'll look at problem number 2. It says, Kale is eating Chinese food when he noticed that his fortune cookie can be used to form a circle with a center angle as shown in this figure. If the fortune cookie makes up 4/5 of the circle, what fraction of the circle is cut out by angle FGH? And there's some important information right here. 4/5 of the circle. So they're saying 4/5 of the circle is fortune cookie, so that means 1/5 of it's cut out. So since 1/5 of it's cut out, and you can see the equation, I'll read the second part down here. It says, what is the measure of angle FGH? Complete the equation to show your work. So the entire fortune cookie is 360 degrees. Okay, and if I take 360 divided by 5, it's going to tell me what the cutout section of it is right there. So I'll go ahead and work that out right here. So that's 360 divided by 5. 5 goes into 36 7 times, because 7 times 5 is 35. When I subtract, that gives me 1. I'll bring down the 0. 5 goes into 10 2 times. 5 times 2 is 10. When I subtract, I get 0. So that's telling me that 72, there's 72 degrees that's cut out of that fortune cookie right there. So FGH, angle FGH, is 72 degrees. Problem number 3. Gina observes that her watermelon slice covers exactly 1/2 of her paper plate. What is the measure of angle ABC? Complete the equation to show your answer. So the equation that we have right there, we know the full table, the entire table would be 360 degrees. It's a round table. And it's cut directly in half, so that's 2 equal pieces. So 360 divided by 2 is 180. So our watermelon makes 180 degrees right there. And we can see that that's a straight angle. We know a straight angle is 180 degrees. Problem number 4. The spokes of a ship wheel are positioned so that spokes divide the wheel into 8 equal sections. What is the measure of the angle between 2 spokes? And so if I'm looking at 2 of the spokes right there, and I think I may have misunderstood this question. This is wrong right here. So the angle is made by 2 of the spokes. I was thinking 2 of the angles when I wrote that. So 2 of the spokes right there, that's 1 spoke, that's 2 spokes. And we need to figure out what that angle is. That angle happens to be 1/8 of the wheel, because there's 8 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2 is 8. So there's 8 sections. So in order to figure out what 2 of the spokes, let me reread it to make sure I'm understanding it. Box in our question. says, what is the measure of the angle between any two spokes? So that would be 360 divided by 8. 360 divided by 8. So 8 goes into 36. 8 goes into 36, I'm going to say 4 times. 8 times 4 is 32. When I subtract, I get 4. Bring down my 0. 8 goes into 40 5 times. And 8 times 5 is 40. That gives me 0. So any two of those spokes is going to create a 45-degree angle. So, and how we got that is by doing a division problem right there. We got it by saying that 360 divided by 8 equals 45 degrees. And that's a pretty common angle that we use pretty regular because it's half of a right angle. So that's something you should remember. Okay, you're going to look at problem number 1 of the guided practice. And it says, a video game character is drawn using part of a circle. The part of the circle that was erased from the mouth is 1/4 of the circle. What is the measure of the angle ABC? Angle ABC. So we're looking for angle A, B, C right here. And it's saying that it's 1/4 of the circle. So if we want to figure out what 1/4 of a full circle is, that's 360 divided by 4. So that would be answer choice D. Question number 2. Okay. Nyla adjusted the microscope by rotating the coarse focus knob 30 degrees counterclockwise. If she turns the dial at 1 degree intervals, how many turns does Nyla make? Okay. And if you turn it 1 degree each time and she ended up turning a total of 30 degrees, she would have turned it 30 times. Look at question number 3. Jane cut a section from a circular sheet of construction paper. She divided the circle into 3 equal sections. The shaded section of the model represents the paper Jane used, which was 2/3 of the total circular sheet of paper. What is the measure of angle X, Y, Z for the piece of paper Jane did not use? So this part, X, Y, Z, that's the part she didn't use right here. So we're trying to figure out what the part of the paper she did not use. In order to solve that, we would, since it's broken into thirds, that would be 360 divided by 3. And that's a pretty easy because I know 3 goes in 36 12 times. So that's going to be 120 degrees. Problem number 4. Donald's pizza was cut into equal slices. He ate 1 slice of pizza. What is the measure of angle ABC? And that looks very similar to the shift wheel problem. And we talked about eighths of a circle and what eighth of a circle would look like. And we know that's 45 degrees. Or we'll write it down. It'd be 360 divided by 8 equals 45. Okay. Okay, independent practice. These are you're going to do on your own. You're going to do the independent practice and the assessment on your own. It says, the game spinner is divided into equal sections. What is the measure of angle EFG? A, 45 degrees, B, 90 degrees, C, 120 degrees, or D, 135 degrees? Question number 2. Mrs. Lee made a carrot cake for Chan's birthday. She cut the cake into 10 equal pieces, and Chan ate one piece, as shown below. What is the measure of angle CDE? F, 10 degrees, because 36 10-degree angles equal 360 degrees. G, 20 degrees, because 20 10-degree angles equal one whole cake. H, 36, because 10 36-degree angles equal one whole cake. Or J, 45 degrees, because 45 1-degree angles equals 45 degrees. Question number 3. The classroom hamster ran on an exercise wheel. The hamster turns the wheel a full circle of 360 degrees. Which statement best represents the movement of the exercise wheel? The wheel made 360 10-degree turns. The wheel made 360 1-degree turns. The wheel made 130 1-degree turns, 130 1-degree turns. Or D, the wheel made 130 10-degree turns. Question number 4. Alvin's mom asked him to place fruit and vegetables on a circular party tray that is divided into equal sections as shown. Alvin fills 8 sections of the tray. He leaves one section empty. Angle RST shows the empty section. What is the measure of angle RST? Okay. And on the assessment section, question number 1. A restaurant cuts a cheese wheel into equal sections. The restaurant sells 3 sections of the cheese wheel as shown by angle HIJ. What is the measure of angle HIJ? A, 38 degrees, B, 150 degrees, C, 135 degrees, or D, 45 degrees? Question number 2. Sarah Jane cut a slice of pie that was 1/9 of the whole pie. Based on the information, what is the measure of angle STU? So, and there's your answer choices right there to figure out how to figure out what the angle STU is. Okay. Question number 3 says, use the telephone dial to answer the questions 3 and 4. Question number 3. Okay, Johnny found a rotary dial telephone at his grandmother's house. He knows that number 6 was directly across from the bar. Johnny placed his finger in the slot for the number 6 and turned the dial 180 degrees until it reached the bar. Which statement best represents the movement of the dial? The dial made 360 1-degree turns. The dial made 360 10-degree turns. The dial made 180 1-degree turns. The dial made 180 10-degree turns. And question number 4. Put down so we can see that. Okay. What fraction of the circle is represented by the 180-degree angle Johnny dialed?